Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Alex Smith. We're here with cousin Josh Bevel. We are back with episode 15 of Water Hose Drinkers. Today is a big day. Some are calling it Flipmas, but today is National Signing Day for college football. We'll get into all that, but per the usual, Song of the Day.
Song of the Day, it's not the original version, but Can't You See Waylon Jennings' version.
Okay.
Very, very good. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, Marshall Tucker Band.
Yeah.
They're awesome. No disrespect to them. But this one, it just came on the shuffle today. So, it kind of stuck with me. I was like, damn, that's a good song.
I can't stand when people will say, oh, that's a cover, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not saying that typically the original's better than the cover. But in some instances, I'd rather listen to the cover.
For sure. It's like, just one example, all the females listening to the podcast would love it. Cover Me Up by Jason Isbell. It's not that great.
Dude, no.
Compared to the Morgan Wallen version.
I disagree with that one heavily. That's definitely an original. That's better.
Okay, well, give me one that's kind of on par with the cover is better than the original.
Pretty sure that Heard It Through the Grapevine. No. Well, of course, now I'm put on the spot. I'm having a hard time coming up with an example.
Cowpoke by John Prine. The Cult to Wall version is obviously better.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This one's tough. You could go either way. Paradise by John Prine. When Sturgill redid it after John Prine passed, that version is very good.
I don't think I've heard Sturgill's version, so I can't comment on that one. I don't know.
But anyway, what's your song of the week?
Foolin' by Def Leppard. Change up some classic rock.
Okay, interesting. We might get a little...
That song gets me going, dude.
Maybe at the end of the episode, I might have a little classic rock. Well, not classic rock, but rock for you.
Sweet.
But
that one gets me going. All right, let's jump into the chicken coop.
The old chicken coop. As always, our good friend Cooper Roberts, Georgia Southern alumni, your resident Alabama fan, calling out of Savannah, Georgia. The chicken coop.
Yo.
Chicken coop.
Good dog.
What's going on?
What's up, brother? How you been?
Hanging in there, a little chilly.
Hey, no worries. But, hey, before we get started, do you have anything to say? Because I got a couple things for you. So if you want to knock out what you got, go for it.
You know what? I don't. As sad as it sounds, I don't have much today, honestly.
How did Alabama do recruiting wise? Did you get any? You got any intel on that?
Okay, yeah. So we we got some new early enrollees that are helping with bowl prep, and so I've read some stuff in there where Julius Slayan, I would say his last name, that 5-star QB that they ranked right above Raiola.
Yeah. They
said the spin on his ball is pretty damn pretty. And so they said he's already looking pretty good, but, he's just running scout team, so there's not much he can do.
Who, in your opinion, has a better spin on the ball from the last 2 years, Milroe or Bryce Young?
I like Bryce Young's. And it's just also, in my opinion, like when Bryce Young dropped back to throw that thing, I was not worried at all. Like, if he threw it, he saw something. With Milroe back there slinging it, every time he throws it, my heart drops. So it's just like...
Well, Milroe has obviously improved that over the course of the season, too.
That's true. Mm-hmm. And I will say, like, Bryce Young's ball looked better, but I think Milroe can definitely throw it farther.
For sure.
Yep.
You got a spicy question? I got a spicy question for you.
Come on, y'all just hit me with it tonight. We'll switch it up. I'll let y'all have the questions and all of that.
Okay. All right, fair. So I got a question for you, and then we got a Mount Rushmore.
All right.
And so the question is, So hopefully you take a shower. Hopefully you wash your body, right?
Right.
Hopefully everyone out there that's listening to this does that as well. So when you are, okay, first question. Are you a washcloth, loofah? What's your go-to?
Bar of soap.
Bar of soap.
Just barehanded. I mean,
Dude, I'm raw dogging it with the bar of soap. Just bar of soap.
just
Okay.
bar of soap.
You
okay?
get like the Dove bar of soap or something like that?
I'm an Irish Spring man.
Oh, okay.
That's
I could-
respectable.
respect. I am a big-ass brick of soap guy by Dude Cannon. And
Okay.
they have this little scrubber that you can put this soap bar of soap in. When I mean it's a big ass bar of soap, dude, it's bigger than your phone. Like it is a thick ass block of soap. Like I've
massive.
been using the same block of soap for like the last month. And so yeah, they got the scrubber. So go into the question: when you grab your bar of soap, where do you go to first? Like, what do you wash first?
Oh, I'm going to the pits.
The pits.
Pits. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of work it down. I start at the pits and I work my way down.
Left armpit or right armpit?
Well, I'm right hand dominant, so I grab the bar or so with my right hand and I start with
Wash
left.
the left one
And then
first.
I-
Yep.
Yeah. See, for me, I'm going my left wrist is getting washed first. And then I'm going up my arm, hit the pit, work away across my chest, hit the other arm, the other pit, get the stomach, work my way down. And
Yeah, that's fair.
booty hole last.
Of course.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, always laugh.
Al?
I'm a loofah man. Y'all hate me if you want to, but
No hate.
at Thanksgiving, my grandma said I smelled nice, so I'll never change.
What do you go to first?
Start on my chest, and then arms, and then down.
Okay. So, Coop, we were thinking before the episode Mount Rushmores, and we couldn't decide if we wanted one or two of them today, so we're doing two. So we're doing one with you and one at the end of the episode.
All right, bet.
So we can shoot off our list first, and you can go last since we obviously came prepared for it.
All right.
It is worst Christmas gifts to receive.
Yep.
So I'll start us off. And Coop, as you know, for the Mount Rushmores, we like to let the people finish as much as we can, and then give one-word responses to each other.
Right.
So my honorable mention goes to boxers. Even though I could probably use some because a lot of mine have holes in them, right in the gonads and taint area. And number 4, even though I probably need these two, socks. I have a ton of socks that just don't mismatch, but honestly, I don't really care. So number 3, I'm going to have to go with an empty picture frame. What are you going to use that for? Put a picture in it or something,
Yep.
And then it'd be meaningful. Number 2, a self-help book. What are you trying to say to me? Do I need help? Do I need to go to rehab or something?
You're right. I probably need to read this, but still feels a little bit aggressive.
Yes. And number 1, cheap chocolates, like little knockoff little chocolates, dude. Screw that. Give me the legit Hershey's Kisses, whatever it is, Reese's Cups. Give me the real freaking thing. That's all I got.
I can't say anything other than disappointing.
Okay, my list
I'd
is
say
not
my
disappointing.
No, the items you said.
Okay. I was thinking you're like, my list is disappointing. I was like, damn, dude.
No, dude, those were all like, you
Bad
can't-
gifts.
Yeah, those were all bad gifts.
Coop?
I think I'd say my word is accurate. Because
Okay.
right from the honorable mention down, I was like, yep.
I appreciate that. It means a lot, guys.
My honorable mention is gift cards to places that you don't shop or eat at. Like if somebody got me, I don't know, a Burger King gift card.
Whoa now.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't typically go there.
Okay, go. Okay, fair.
Or
fair.
perhaps a Walmart gift card. I don't normally shop at Walmart.
Fair.
That's just a little bit disappointing. These are in no particular order. They're all just lumped in the same level. Something you already have, that one's always tough. You got to sit there and Either
That's a tough pill to swallow.
either be an asshole and say I already have this, or just fake interest and then go and return it the next day. When you were younger and you got a toy either with no batteries or you didn't have the batteries, something that takes like C batteries, you always have AA's and AAA's laying around. That was always disappointing. Pants. I wasn't gonna put boxers or socks because I typically need those when December comes around. A good jacket, a good shirt, I'm never gonna complain about that. But pants, dude, I'm good on pants. Don't need any more. And then I'm gonna put this as my number one. Something slightly different than what you wanted. I know this is gonna sound ungrateful, but I swear, let's say you wanted the new Battlefield game and you got the new Call of Duty game. It's like, yeah, I'll still play it.
So you got a PlayStation. Your parents got you a PlayStation 4, but you really wanted the PlayStation 5.
Yes, something like that. It sounds. I know how it sounds. I wanted the blue Xbox controller and I got a green one. It's like still cool, still gonna use it. Not bad enough to where I'm gonna return it, but would have been cooler if it was blue.
All right. Shitty. Since you gave me the disappointing, I'm gonna give you shitty.
That felt impressive.
I'm gonna say sad.
Sad.
Especially the number one, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. All right, so I guess my honorable mention would be, I'd have to say a shirt that you don't want.
Okay.
And then my next is 3 of them, right? Or is it 4?
4.
4, in no particular order. I'd say when you get abundance of candies that you don't like don't give me candy canes and stuff. I know it's a Christmas thing, but don't give me candy canes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then next one would be, both of y'all already said a bunch of ones I was thinking. I'd have to just go with a clothing item like pants, because I was thinking pants or socks as well. That has to be one. What I have 2 more?
Yeah.
I know what I have for number 1. So the next one I'd have to say would be, gosh, let me think.
A UGA football jersey.
Yeah, all right, yeah, well, that'll make it easier for me. Yeah, a UGA football jersey. I'd say keep the receipt, take it back. I don't even want to have to touch this thing. And then my number 1 was Alec was going to say is when you get something you want, but the color's off or something like that. Like say you get a shoe and it's the right shoe you wanted, but it's the different colors, and you're just like, God, that's a dagger to the heart right there.
It was a dagger to the heart.
So.
You got any picks for us, Coot? Oh, sorry. We forgot the responses.
Oh.
Y'all can give me shitty. I wasn't prepared for that one.
Crappy.
Yeah, that's good. Nice. I'll take it.
You got any locks for us, Coot?
I'm gonna take, even though they upset me last weekend, losing to the worst team in the NFL, I'm gonna take the Falcons over the Colts.
Okay.
Money line. Do a little live. I think I'm just give you 2. I like the Hawks tonight.
Okay.
Versus the Rockets?
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
What's the spread?
I can't remember. I looked earlier today, but I forgot. I'm just gonna stick with the money line on that one.
I'm about to look it up. Hold on. I hypothetically took the Raptors tonight, and they're playing right now versus the Nuggets. Hawks are plus 3.5, so I'll look up the money line later. You got anything else?
I think I'm just gonna stick with those 2.
I like it, man. I like it.
Ride with the hometown team.
Well, Coop, I appreciate you as always, brother. You got anything else to say to the people before we get on out of here?
Not this week. Sorry about a poor performance. I'll get my ducks in a row for next week.
All
That's
right,
all right.
brother.
That's
Hey,
all
Merry
right.
Christmas, man. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas,
Happy
dude.
holidays to y'all.
See you, brother.
See ya.
That was the chicken coop with Cooper Roberts.
That was the old chicken coop. So,
Into general discussion.
sorry. I just had somebody text me about, are you going to show up to our 5-year class reunion on Friday?
Y'all have a 5-year reunion?
Do you think I'm going to show up to a high school class reunion to begin with?
I'm going to go to my 10-year reunion.
I'm not going to ever go to a single one.
No, I want to go and see everybody, see how everybody's doing.
I'm good. So Stratford Academy class of 2018.
See if I'm
I
doing
will
better.
probably never see you again. Oh, dude, before we get into general, we forgot to show the people what we're wearing.
Oh, the jerseys. Yeah.
So I chose this one. Boomer Sooner, horns down, because Baker Mayfield is having quietly the best season of his career right now.
He is having a career year.
And he's statistically having a better season than Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and pretty much every other quarterback in the NFL. Baker.
With the Jumpman logo, too.
Oh, yeah. If you can't see it, for Spotify, if you're on there, Jumpman logo.
I needed to spark something up for the Atlanta Hawks. So I have number 24, the old black Kent Bazemore jersey.
That is a freaking sweet jersey, though, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, have to say.
When they first came out, I thought they were so ugly. But I think the black with the neon in the middle and the red.
The Hawks' new uniforms now are dope.
Oh, they are
I
super
like
sick.
those.
But
I need to get me a new jersey because I have a ISO Joe throwback jersey when we were kids, those uniforms.
I miss the old 90s with the Hawks spread out in the middle.
When Dominique was playing.
Those are the coolest, dude.
Yeah, I've got a couple years ago when the Hawks were making that playoff run when they beat the Sixers and then lost in the conference final to the Bucks when the Bucks won it. So it's me, Gatlin, and Dylan, and a couple other people. We all went to the Hawks-Sixers game, and I picked me up a Kevin Huerter T-shirt jersey, and now he's on the Kings. So I was like, damn, because I was trying to find the Trae Young. I was like, damn, I'm not gonna get a Trae Young Dylan or Gatlin. You know what I mean? So I was like, I gotta get somebody different, and yeah, he's no longer on the Hawks. So
who's the big man for the Clippers? Oh, Zubac. Dude, I went to a Clippers game in Crypto.com Arena earlier this year. Saw the Mavericks play.
Was that when you were out there for
the Natty? Yeah. We were looking for something to do Saturday night. Tickets were $25 a pop.
That's not bad at all.
For upper deck, and then the upper deck was not filled, so we just moved down.
Yeah. If you want to talk about cheap tickets, the Falcons-Panthers game, dude, 45 cents.
What?
A ticket? Did you not see that, dude?
No way.
I swear on my life, the cheapest tickets were 45 cents to the Panthers-Falcons game.
Dude, have a little rip in my Kent Bazemore jersey. Dang.
Dude, yeah. Literally, first thing that pops up. See, this is why we need Jamie. This is why we need a Jamie.
That's unreal.
But yeah, so since we mentioned the Falcons, yeah, dude, Desmond Ridder consistently turning the ball over in the red zone, cannot get points, and I don't even know why Arthur Smith is not using Bijan Robinson. It is bullshit to me, and quite frankly, he needs to get fired.
I think Arthur Smith needs to get fired. I think that he is too stubborn to adjust his system to fit the offensive talent that he has.
A lot of talent.
Heineke going to be starting for the Falcons next Sunday. They still have a chance to win the NFC South, but they got to go on a run right here, and they got to score more than one touchdown.
And Heineke definitely gives them their best chance.
I think so too.
And what needs to happen? So Bears obviously have the Panthers pick, which is pretty much going to be the number one overall pick, right?
Yep.
So they're probably going to take Caleb Williams, number one, more than likely.
And then move Justin Fields.
That's what I'm getting at. To Atlanta. The Falcons want to make a push, man. You got to go after Justin Fields, hometown kid, kind of reviving his career in a way. He is a good quarterback. He's a game changer.
I think he can be very good in a system tailor-made for him that has weapons on it.
And the Falcons do. They need a couple more pieces on the offensive line, but we saw what they can do last offseason, right? Which drastically improved this team on all areas, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You get healthy a little bit, have some draft picks, hit the free agency. You can build that O-line for Justin Fields and be a playoff team.
You got to have more passing options.
Yes, but if you get Justin Fields, you've already seen last year probably had the best free agency in their history of the franchise. You grab Justin Fields, be like, oh, young quarterback, I want to play with this cat. You see what I'm saying? Like he's going to draw in talent. Desmond Ridder at quarterback is not going to draw in talent at all.
The Falcons, if they do make a playoff push, could be the difference between, I mean, let's be honest, they're not moving through the NFC with Taylor Heineke. Could be the difference between picking at 12 or picking at 20. And so if you move your pick for Fields, then you take a receiver first round unless you have to give up your first.
Yeah. Try not to give up the first, 100%.
Try not to, but probably going to have to.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to give up picks because the players that you want to hold on to, they're going to be looking at young guys, and you don't want to move these young guys right now.
No, you do not.
And Drake London is still a monster. And
You need a creative offensive coordinator to come in where the head coach takes his hands off.
And Kyle Pitts has scored like 3 or 4 touchdowns in his career, which is
Terrible.
ridiculous. So enough of the Dirty Birds. Man, Western Kentucky versus ODU. WKU was down by 28 and went on a 35-7 run, and then won it in overtime.
Wow.
And
Hilltoppers.
Yeah, Hilltoppers. What's ODU's mascot?
Monarchs.
Good shit. Still got it, man.
Still got it.
So, yeah, dude, it was the famous Toastery Bowl. So after the game, they had like pieces of toast, like they brought out to the team and stuff.
What?
And literally, there was so much toast on the field that they were doing like not snow angels,
Toast
but
angels?
toast angels, man.
What on earth, dude? There's so many bowls nowadays.
Dude.
I mean, just the names are ridiculous.
Like, I was at work when it started, so I was listening to the game on my phone, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I cut it off, and then my uncle texted me. He was like, WKU's making a run. They're coming back. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, damn, it's 28-21. I got to start watching this game again. Dude, I love college football. I love bowl season. We were talking about it before the episode. It's the best time of the year, man.
That UTSA Marshall game was close in the fourth quarter last
Yeah.
night, and then UTSA pulled away. But
Yeah,
did
they
you know
covered, too.
that game featured Chad Pennington's son starting for Marshall and Josh McCown's son starting
Yep.
for UTSA?
Yep. Dude, it's crazy, man. I mean, Chad Pennington's son, he made his first career start against Georgia Southern.
Which we are at the age now where we're going to start seeing these sons pop up. Obviously, you got Arch Manning at Texas, Brendan Rice at USC, son of Jerry Rice, both of the Sanders kids at Colorado.
I got one for you. Devin Hester Jr. signed with Furman today.
Wow. Frank Gore Jr.
Yeah.
at Southern Miss.
Yep, dude, it's crazy. So yeah, Hoop Eagles, Georgia Southern basketball. They are 0-12. Lost a bad game against Florida Gulf Coast last night. They blew it. If you were on the under, it was a massive lock because it hit by 30 points.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. How's UGA basketball? How's the Hoop Dogs?
Hoop Dogs are 7-3. They're playing against Mount St. Mary's tonight, who is 4-6, and I actually just got the halftime update. Georgia is up 45-34 on Mount St. Mary's.
Okay, not bad.
Abdur Rahim for Georgia has 21 points at the half.
Oh, dude, he was a good player. I was doing a little research on Georgia basketball the other day just because I was curious.
My boy Blue Kane still coming off the bench, but getting a lot of minutes and shooting the ball really well. Hoop Dogs are looking good, but we've said it once, we've said it a million times, and I'll say it again. Nothing means nothing until conference play.
For sure. Who do they have next?
They're playing right now. I don't know.
I got it. Georgia Southern, next on December 30th, they are at home versus Southern Miss. Southern Miss is pretty decent, so probably expect a loss. Next game, Friday, December 22nd, the Hoop Dogs are at home versus North Florida. So yeah, stay tuned. Maybe we can do a little recap on that. So yeah, before we dive into the Yankees, the Jets didn't score a point. Zach Wilson got a little concussion, so he might be out for this coming week versus the Commies. They've got the Commanders. And embarrassing loss versus Dolphins, but I'm cool with it. With Rodgers coming back next year, let's just keep on losing. You're already out of the playoffs. Let's try to fight for that top 5 pick right now.
Fighting for the top 5 pick. I will mention the Hawks are 11-15, and so that's why I've got the Bazemore on. We're trying to jumpstart them. But did you know that Trae Young is averaging 28-11 points and assists this year?
Really? I mean, maybe if you could play defense, that'd be a little bit better too.
Still having a really good offensive year. So
yeah,
I'm starting to get to the point where I want the Hawks to free Trae Young because I think that he is good enough to be a absolute superstar, top 5 point guard. But the Hawks are trash.
He just needs somebody else, man. He needs another guy that can drop 20 to 30 on any given day.
DeJounte Murray can, but I think they need a elite scoring big man.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Just Shaq. Just bring Shaq out of retirement.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Jags?
Same deal. We got a little concussion situation in the quarterback room. T-Law suffered a concussion.
He's banged up, man.
Sunday night's loss to the Ravens. That was an ugly game for the Jaguars. Very ugly. Offense looked abysmal. It's now a 3-way tie in the AFC South between the Jags, Texans, and Colts at all 3 at 8-6. The offensive line is bad.
Plain and simple.
Travis Etienne is averaging 3.7 yards per carry, and the longest rush of the year for the Jaguars is 35 yards.
Ooh.
Which is atrocious. Their draft, I still don't think the Jags are ready to compete for like a deep playoff push. They don't have the talent in the trenches.
Trevor's banged up.
He might miss his first game in college and the NFL due to injury.
Really?
This upcoming week.
Really? That's crazy.
He missed 2 games in college due to COVID. Yeah. And then has not missed a college or NFL game due to an injury.
That's crazy. I need the Jags to win 2 out of the next 3, so you got 3 games left, right?
Yep.
And the Jags are sitting at 8 wins, and I hypothetically have over 9.5. And so if you probably win the 2 of the next 3, some of those are division opponents, and you're also going to win the division, which I hypothetically have as well.
So Buccaneers on Sunday.
We're really fighting for the Jags right now, man.
Jags are 1-point favorites.
Baker, I'm not rooting for you this weekend. I know I'm wearing your jersey. This was for last week, not this week.
Probably going to be an ugly game, if I had to guess. Jacksonville has to upgrade on the O-line. They have to upgrade at pass catcher. They have to upgrade on the D-line.
Who's going to start if Trevor's out?
C.J. Beathard, probably. Which makes you think they're going to lean on UTN. But the Bucs have a top 10 run defense. Yeah. And the Jags O-line. The Jags center, Luke Fortner, I saw a clip where he was run blocking against the Ravens. And don't get me wrong, they have a good front 7.
For sure.
But he looked lost. I mean, he whiffed 2 blocks and Etienne got tackled for a 3-yard loss where he could have gone for 15.
Yeah, I mean, Tank Bigsby's not getting a lot of work either.
Well, no, he's had a bad fumble problem. And that comes down to focus at some point. At a certain point, you can say the defense is making good plays. They stripped the ball. You got unlucky, whatever. Yeah. But if you have it recurring, that's a focus problem.
For sure. Got anything else on the NFL before we really dive into some signing day?
Jags got to make a lot of smart off-season moves, cut a couple of guys, and they need to make a big splash signing, and I want it to be T. Higgins.
Okay. That could be good. I mean, Christian Kirk's getting paid so much money. So, I mean, that contract's killing him right now, too.
I saw that they can make all of these just no-brainer moves and free up $67 million in cap space.
Oh, shit. Damn.
So, I mean, they're still good and okay in cap space.
Yeah, dude, Jets and Jags, they thankfully with Rodgers' deal, Rodgers is not taking a whole lot of money this year. Thank the Lord. And we actually get to hold on our first-round draft pick this year, thankfully, because Rodgers didn't play. certain percentage of snaps. So
Yeah, that's big.
this really, that's huge. Unfortunately, he did get hurt, but Jets and Jags, they really need improvement in the offensive line, man. Jets D-line's obviously legit, but O-line struggles, man. Struggles. So, yeah, you want to give us a Dogs rundown? How did signing day go for the Georgia Bulldogs?
There's a reason why I said it was Flipmas.
Yeah.
The big news of the day, Georgia flipped 5-star safety KJ Bolden from Florida State to the Dogs today. His national letter of intent is already signed, sealed, and delivered, but he's going to be on campus probably tomorrow practicing with the team for the bowl. That was the big news of the day. Georgia is likely done with high school recruiting. They're still going to add some transfer guys. 28 total commits, number 1 overall class, 3 of the top 12 recruits in the country. So KJ Bolden, 6'2", 180, number 12 player in the country, number 2 player in Georgia, number 1 safety. This year he had 33 tackles and 4 interceptions on defense, and then 663 yards and 14 touchdowns on offense.
Sheesh.
But he's definitely going to play safety for Georgia. I'm just giving Georgia's top 3 commits. They're 5 stars, I guess. Ellis Robinson, 6'1", 185, cornerback, number 8 player in the country, number 3 player in Florida, number 1 corner. He's already on campus. I'm already hearing that Ellis Robinson is clamping dudes up in bowl practices.
Really?
So that's pretty crazy to hear. And then the other 5-star was Justin Williams. He's a 6'2", 210 linebacker with track speed out of Texas. Number 11 player in the country, number 3 player in Texas, number 1 linebacker. So Kirby signed the number 1 safety, corner, and linebacker in this class. The other big news was Dylan Raiola made his flip official to Nebraska. He put out a poem on Twitter that was interesting, to say the least. Almost felt like he threw a little bit of shade, unnecessary shade at Georgia in the poem. If I were you, I'd just look up Dylan Raiola poem. I promise you'll find it on the internet. It was absurd, to say the least. It's written partially in the third person.
It was dumb.
I don't even know how to explain that. Like I said, Georgia's probably done with high school recruiting, but still got some big transfer targets out there. More and more dudes hitting the portal day after day. Georgia hasn't really lost anybody that I'm too upset about, but they could be adding a certain running back who is a certain little brother of a certain Jaguars running back. Could be happening over the next couple of days. I'll leave y'all up to decipher that out. And London Humphreys made it official. 4-star wide receiver, number 1 wide receiver in the portal, coming from Vanderbilt. 6'3", 190, high-level track speed. Should be a really good addition. And then just getting ready for Florida State on December 30th.
So how do you think that game's going to go?
Florida State now has 8 starters out, including Jared Verse, who's predicted to be a top 10 pick in the nation, defensive end. Georgia has, very, very few, if any, players sitting out for this game. A couple of guys could be Amarius Mims, maybe Ratledge, maybe McConkey, maybe Bowers. And that's because all those guys have been banged up.
Ratledge is coming back, though. You already said that.
Carson Beck's coming back. Carson Beck's coming back. It's looking like Javon Bullard is coming back. All these guys are playing in the bowl game if they're able to go, except for McConkey.
And, of course, Bowers is still unannounced, but
Bowers
he's probably going to go pro.
Bowers is going pro. 100%.
He has not said if he's going to play in the bowl game yet.
I think that Bowers wants to play in the bowl game very bad, but everybody's going to be in his ear telling him not to. We'll see who wins that debate. If I were him, I'm
sitting out.
I hate to say it, but even as a Georgia fan, I want him to sit out.
Just because of the injuries.
Because of the injuries.
Yeah.
I would be absolutely devastated if he gave so much to the University of Georgia all this time and tried to push it for one more win and went out there and really screwed himself up.
For sure. So yeah, dude, Dogs had a good day. Number 1 recruiting class in the country.
Yep.
So it's awesome, dude.
Everybody that was committed prior to today stayed with the Dogs. No major flips away from us. Except for Raiola.
We knew it was coming though.
I guess post
no
Raiola.
surprises.
Post Raiola.
Now, I did just see something that Chuba Purdy, Brock Purdy's little brother, is transferring from Nebraska. So it is looking like more and more that Raiola is going to be a day one starter for the Cornhuskers.
Interesting.
So,
I talked to a guy that does Nebraska sports radio,
Russ Brown. Yeah.
on Tuesday. Got an interesting take from his side of the whole deal.
Okay.
Lincoln, Nebraska is buzzing about this kid. I mean,
For sure.
They see the glory days in front of them. And I mean, I think that was a lot of the allure for Raiola to go to Nebraska was his dad played there, his uncle's an O-line coach.
Yeah.
He wants to be the focal point of the program and be the savior of Nebraska, bring him back to the glory days. And if he went to Georgia, he was not going to be the focal point of the program.
No, not at all. And it would have been a couple years before he would have been a starter.
Most likely.
But, for the Dogs, one name that you didn't mention, but we've said it time and time again on our show is Ryan Puglisi, man. The guy's a bona fide stud, and I think he's going to be a damn good dog.
I think he's going to be a damn good dog, too.
And he is severely underrated quarterback. In my opinion, yeah, he is a 4-star Elite 11, but compared to some of these other guys, severely underrated.
He finished top 10 in the Elite 11. Number
100%,
6
man.
or 7, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think I was listening to Josh Pate today. I think he said 7.
Oh, before we get into Eagles, because the Eagles had a really good day, too,
Yeah.
on National Signing Day, I have to mention the Florida Gators. The sky is falling.
Yeah.
They are melting right now. If you get any chance, any opportunity to go check out Florida Gators message boards, it's freaking hilarious to see.
Billy Napier's done after next year, man.
They lost a ton of flips. They've had a ton of dudes hit the portal. 2 of their 5-stars committed. Did not sign today. That was 5-star D-line L.J. McCray and 5-star quarterback Derek Lagway or DJ Lagway. I don't know which one he really goes by. But anyways, their recruiting class went from number 2 in the country 2 weeks ago to now number 15.
That's such a massive drop, too, for teams like that, man. I mean, that's not just 1 or 2 players. Like, we're talking about upwards of 8 to 10 kids decommitting and going somewhere else, man.
I think this is a rough estimate. They had 7 or 8 dudes flip away from them in the past week or so.
Oh, not good.
Oh, but
Not
it's
good.
beautiful to see.
Oh, I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Love it. It's fantastic.
I need to bring that up to my man Ernest at work tomorrow. He's a Gator fan.
Yeah.
I need to talk some shit. So, yeah, dude, Georgia Southern bowl game misery. You lose 5 straight in the year. This too shall pass. It'll be all right because number 1 recruiting class in the Sun Belt today. Absolutely amazing. You just got to flush this season down the toilet. I've said it before. First season under Coach Shelton with Kyle Vantrease, we exceeded expectations and went 6-7 with the bowl game loss. And this year, I think 6 or 7 wins was on par to what I expected for this season. And, obviously you're 6-2 and you lose 5 straight. That is unacceptable. But, there's a lot of armchair quarterbacks out there, armchair coaches out there running their mouths on Twitter. I could sit here and spend 5 hours talking about that, but I'm not going to. But like I said, the future is bright in Statesboro, man. Number 1 recruiting class in the Sun Belt. The best recruiting class in Georgia Southern history. In back-to-back years, Coach Shelton has done that. So, dude, I'm telling you, Coach Shelton is the man. He's the guy. He's the man for the job. And I truly have full faith in the direction him and his staff are going. So, the first big name that I have, the highest-rated recruit on the defense in Georgia Southern history coming out of high school, Nasir Smith, defensive lineman from Grayson. I think he had 30-something offers, Georgia, Florida, a lot of Power 5 schools offering him. So this kid, 4-star, like I said, he's a beast. Be sure to see him in the mix day 1. I mean, legit stud, dude. I'm telling you, he is easily my favorite player from this class. Him and Tyler Budge, quarterback from Weddington High School in North Carolina. He's good. He's really good.
Instant in the mix for QB1 type of good? Or
I would like to see him get redshirted the first year just so, he can sit there and learn the system and we don't jump him into a bad situation and don't try to force him to make plays at a young age.
Yeah.
So, redshirt freshman, I'm going to trust more than a true freshman.
And to add on to that, being such a pass-heavy offense where you're going for likely 40 to 50 attempts a game, that's a lot
for sure.
A true freshman.
For sure. Definitely expect J.C. French or David Dallas are going to be the guy. David, I don't think he's cleared to play yet because of the shoulder. And, he's been hurt the last 2 years, so he hasn't played a snap in college, hasn't dressed out for a game. So he's really got to get healthy before he can be in the mix. But by the fall, he will more than likely be there. So I think right now, if the season started tomorrow, J.C. French would be the guy. So
how many total commits for the class?
23 total commits, 19 of them coming from the state of Georgia.
Do you think that they are finished with high school recruiting, or could you see some guys add on to that class in February?
Definitely getting added on. Definitely. How many high school kids can you take?
The limit is typically 25.
Yeah.
But with the transfer portal, depending on how many transfers you had out last year,
that's true.
Then you can add that onto your class total. So, for example, I think Georgia had 7 players hit the portal last year, so they could technically take 32.
So probably expect a good 2 or 3 more high school guys. Definitely 2 more high school guys.
But I don't know if this year's transfers factor into that.
I'm not sure. I'd have to ask my brother.
But something along those lines with guys you have going out, you can add that onto your recruiting class.
I would call my brother right now. But
so that's how Georgia has 28.
Yeah, I would call my brother right now and ask him that question. But since we're talking about players and recruiting, can't do that right now. So I don't want to call him.
Can't give away trade secrets.
Well, no, it's NCAA has their rules and violations. I don't like the NCAA to see us talking about players, and even if we do ask them a simple question, how does it with the transfers and stuff, how does that rules work? I don't want to get them in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, big name right down the road from us, Jakari Brown, cornerback from Houston County. Dude, this guy is legit. He is practicing every day against, what's the quarterback's name at Houston County? He's a junior. He's not signing anywhere. He's got another year.
He committed to Colorado, then decommitted.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
AJ.
I don't know.
Hill?
I have no idea. I truly have no idea.
I definitely know it. It'll come to me probably in 20 minutes.
So, but this kid's going to be legit. We need help in that room, in that cornerback room. So, I don't know about a day one starter, but definitely going to see him getting in the mix a little bit, depending on what we get in the transfer portal. But the cornerback room needs some work, man. Bad. And safety from Valdosta, Georgia, Jalen Bentley. I heard this guy is pretty damn good. And, like I said, I don't know. I'm obviously not a coach or on the staff, so I don't know who's going to be truly in the mix or be a starter. So, but these are just my top guys, what I see as the best guys out of this class.
I have no context or explanation to add to this, but Jalen Bentley sounds like a Georgia Southern player.
It is a good name. I do like that name.
It's a good name.
It's a good football name.
I don't know. I just feel like we're going to get 8 years down the road and say Jalen Bentley. Oh, he was a stud at Southern.
I hope we say it about all these kids, man.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
I really do. But if you want to talk about a great name, here's one from Southwest High School. Not too far from us. Carmelo Mays, wide receiver.
Carmelo Mays. I mean, obviously Melo makes me think basketball.
Yeah. So another one which was a late commit, I think came this past Sunday night, And signed today is Bryce Baker, running back from Benedictine High School in Savannah, Georgia. So a lot of Georgia Southern fans and coaches were amped up on Twitter about this kid. So the running back room is going to be tough next year,
Really
bro.
good.
Jalen White, O.J. Arnold. You got David Mbinga. Terrence Gibbs retained his red shirt, man. Bryce Baker's a stud. And we've got another kid that played quarterback and running back in high school. You'd have to give me a second to
I love
look
those
it up.
guys. I mean, it just leaves you open for creativity on the offense and trick plays and things like that.
Oh, 100%.
Dudes that you know that either play quarterback and can catch the ball or play running back,
Yep.
tight end receiver and can throw the ball.
Oh, and Tyler Fromm signed today. So that is huge. So I'm looking. They signed Georgia Southern. We signed a lot of offense and defensive line, which is great. You know, we've said it again and again how we need to build in the trenches, and got a couple. You know, it's this kid. It's Teo Todd. Teo Todd from Troup County High School in West Point, Georgia. I am pretty sure
Position?
he's coming as a running back, but he's a top 50 athlete in the country. He's the only person in GHSA history to run for 2,000 yards and throw for 2.5 thousand yards in a single season.
Wow.
Coming at us as a running back.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Top 50 athlete in the country.
4,500 yards of offense in a high school season is unreal.
Dude, no kidding, man.
Those are some NCAA numbers.
So, yeah, those are my top guys. I thought that was an interesting stat that I saw today. So, yeah, dude, number one recruiting class again in the Sun Belt. So, a lot of number ones for our favorite teams, man.
Lots of number ones.
It was a good day to be a Georgia Southern and a UGA fan, man.
Certainly was.
It was.
Highest ranked class in Southern history.
Highest ranked class in Georgia Southern history. Last year was the highest ranked class in Georgia Southern history, but Coach Helton beat his own damn record.
Did it again.
So we freaking love that, dude. I'm so fired up for next season. And we just lost our bowl game this past Saturday.
Yeah.
So I have mentally just flushed this season away, dude. I'm done beating myself up about it. So dude, it's over with. I'm so ready for next football season already, dude. This signing days and stuff like that, seeing these results just gets me so freaking fired up, dude.
I feel like from now to March, it feels like it goes so quickly.
Yeah.
And then we get into the dog days of April through August, and it just drags.
I know.
The only thing you're watching is baseball, and there's not much going on with summer camp.
Yeah.
Or you haven't gotten to fall camp yet, and just that is my peak. I need football so bad.
I always need football in my life.
Yeah, I always
dude.
need it. But also, you're in February or March, and you think I just got the Super Bowl, or I just had signing day, or
It's the worst at the end of February.
G-Day, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's worse at the end of February when the Super Bowl ends and you haven't started the conference tournament in college basketball yet, or March Madness for that matter. But obviously, the conference tournaments come first. So when the conference tournaments roll around, that's when I start getting heavily invested in college basketball.
Yep.
So, that time period kind of in between the Super Bowl and the conference tournaments, those are the worst times possible. Because as soon as March Madness ends, you're getting MLB opening day, you're getting excited, then NBA playoffs rolls around, you know what I mean?
All right, yeah, I'll go just really July.
Okay.
The anticipation of fall camp, plus June you get the NBA finals. March you get March Madness, obviously. April you're getting spring games. You get the Masters.
The only thing that is good in July, especially for this upcoming year, is the All-Star Game is going to be in Atlanta, so Home Run Derby.
That is cool.
We're going to the Home Run Derby. Shake on it right now. We're going to the Home Run Derby.
I've never been to an All-Star game or a Home Run Derby.
I've been to a Home Run Derby one time. Never been to an All-Star game. All-Star games suck, dude. You want to go to the Home Run Derby.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to catch a home run ball.
For sure. We were in Cleveland, Ohio,
Gross.
circa 2019 All-Star game. So this was when Pete Alonso and Vlad Guerrero and Jock Pedersen were going back and forth, and like they were setting all the home run records and stuff when Pete Alonso won his first one, right? So we just happened to be in the same section as all the players' families. So like we had like Josh Bell's parents over here. Pete Alonso's parents were sitting right in front of me. Right next to them were Jock Pedersen's parents. Like Vladdy Sr. was walking by talking to his wife. Like, and I'm sitting there, I'm just like, holy shit. Like, where in the hell are we? And I got a video on my phone of Pete Alonso winning the home run derby on his last home run ball and his parents hugging right in front of me crying.
That's crazy.
It was awesome, dude. Probably one of the coolest like sports things I've ever like been a part of.
Especially seeing Vlad Sr. there. That's really cool.
Yeah, I did not get a chance to meet him, but he did come up to like, because we were like behind the dugout, so like he would like came up like on deck circle to like talk to his wife or like somebody. I assume it was his wife. But yeah, I also got a Freddie Freeman jersey that day, and I want to burn it.
Do this like he's dead.
I hate Freddie
Dead to
Freeman,
me.
dude. Like people are always like, you still got to support him and stuff. Like
No.
he's a Brave. Like no,
No, he's not.
number 5 will if that number 5 hangs in the rafters in Atlanta, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna
be
go
pissed
in
too.
there and personally take it and burn it. I'm gonna piss on it, then burn it. You can take a shit on it.
I will.
Yeah, use dude wipes to clean you up real nice.
And then the loofah.
So, you want to dive into a little gambling corner, Al?
Yeah, I have one more comment on Freddie Freeman now that you brought it up.
Yeah.
It kind of stirred a little fire in me. Everybody said,
I can rant about this,
oh,
man.
Freddie Freeman, oh, his agent screwed him over, his agent did him wrong. No, Freddie Freeman is a grown-ass man who has had experience in the MLB. This is not some 19-year-old kid being taken advantage of by a shark of an agent. If he wanted to stay at the Braves, then he should have taken control of the situation and made sure that he stayed in Atlanta.
Yeah. And I got another thing on that, too. I think it was that a lot of his plastic wife was
Wanted to
in
be in
his
LA.
year, wanted to be in L.A., do all this. You know what, Freddie? Be a man! Be a freaking man and stand up for yourself for one time in your life.
Now he's part of the enemy.
Yeah, him and Ohtani, dude.
I can't believe Ohtani's a Dodger. I mean, I can believe it. It makes total sense. But at the same time, I really didn't think he was going to do it.
It's just like, dude, I love Ohtani, and now I hate him.
I thought he was going to be a Giant, which I would not have been mad about.
Dude, I was kind of hoping he would be a Cub.
I mean, I felt like it was going to be a West Coast team.
You know what? I really would have loved for him a team that nobody cares about. The Blue Jays. Should have just went to Toronto. Dude.
I feel like it was definitely going to be a West Coast team, and I was really hoping it was going to be either the Giants or the Mariners.
No, dude.
And
Well, Seattle had a real push because the Mariners have ties with Sony. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's a big Japanese company, so just a thought.
yeah, they do. And also, I'm just kind of partial to the Mariners because Ken Griffey Jr. is one of my favorite MLB players of all time.
Good shit. My dad has a Ken Griffey Jr. Reds signed jersey.
That's pretty tight.
And he has a photo of Junior holding up the jersey when he signed with the Reds, and that's signed too. It's like in all in the same frame.
Sweet,
Badass,
dude. Yeah, I love some KGJ.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you walk down to my parents' basement, that piano when you first walk in right there, it's right above that.
You still tickle the ivories?
You know, here and there. When I'm
From
feeling-
time to time?
From time to time, dude. You know how it is. So yeah, the old gambling corner. You want to go ahead and do that?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and switch over before we get into the corner.
So yeah, Freddie Freeman, you know, he just royally just grinds my gears, dude. I don't.
It's so much different if he's going to play for the Blue Jays or going to play for the Angels, but it had to be the Dodgers, which is, I mean, it's a rivalry.
Yeah.
It has to be. I don't care about the division. And it used to be, because we used to be in the same division.
Yeah. Me, Dylan, and Luke. Go ahead. Before we dive in the corner, me, Dylan, and Luke were at the Luke Lasky. Shout out Luke Lasky. Dylan, your Cowboys disappointed me, brother.
Yeah, they did. They looked
Jack
terrible.
Bell, your Cowboys disappointed me, brother.
I haven't heard from Jack all week. I really need to check in.
Jack is not okay. So, yeah, we were at the Dodgers-Braves game. And, dude, it was like on a Wednesday, dude. None of us have started work yet, whatever. So we're just chilling, going to the game, and we're the only ones probably 12 beers deep by the seventh inning stretch in the section. And every time Freddie Freeman came up to bat or touched the ball, we were just booing him. And these guys in front of us were Braves fans. They were like, "You're being annoying. Why do you have to boo him every single time?" And I was like, "So you're telling me that you like Freddie Freeman?" And you're like, "Yeah, he's still one of my favorite players in MLB." I was like, "Dude,
Then get out of here.
why are you even at this Braves game right now, dude? You might as well
Probably to
throw on
watch
this
the
Dodgers
Yeah.
jersey." And I had this Dodgers fan sitting next to me who was a super cool guy. He thought us booing Freddie was the funniest thing ever. So, we got along great with the guy, even though he's a Dodgers fan,
Somebody's got to do it.
Love people like that, dude. Can respect us, hating each other. So it's just, it's all fun and games, and you can still just, chop it up. You know what I mean?
Dude, I remember sitting beside a TCU fan at the Georgia TCU Natty, and it was this dude.
You didn't bark at him too much and made him leave, right?
No,
Like Ole Miss fans?
No, I did not. Those Ole Miss fans deserved it. This dude was super cool. I can't remember his name, but he had a 10-year-old son with him, and so I was hoping a good game, so the son would be excited. TCU in the national championship. That's probably a core memory that kid will have forever. And Georgia went up 10-0. TCU scored that touchdown to make it 10-7. And I looked over at the guy and at his son. I was like, "Oh, we got a good game. Let's go." And then we proceeded to score 35 unanswered. And I looked over at the dude and I was like,
I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know
shouldn't have
what
said
to say. He's just like, "It's all right. You didn't do it." I hope he's doing well.
That is so funny, dude. So, yeah, the corner. Celebrity guest picker Gavin Bloodworth, a.k.a. the Bullfrog, coming in from the lily pad, a.k.a. his humble abode. He has got Kansas City Chiefs -10. The Dirty Birds -1. New England Patriots +6.5. And Tennessee Titans +2.5. And he's also got the Raptors +3.5, which is going on as we speak. So we'll give a little score update. Raptors are down 49-33 with 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. So a lot of ball left to play.
A lot of ball left. That's also a big gap.
Yeah, so we do have another celebrity guest picker this week. He is coming in from Macon, Georgia, Matt Muse. Interesting guy, I might say. If you know Muse, you just gotta love him.
I've kept my ear to the ground on this one. I've heard that this is a nuclear missile whale play of the year.
Yes.
Lock of the century.
Nuclear bomb, some would say. Nuclear bomb lock.
Yep.
So, the holiday lock of the year, mortal lock, whatever you want to call it, by Matt Muse. Friday night, Georgia Tech +5.5 versus Gus Malzahn and UCF. Let's get the bowl game correct.
I cannot remember the name of the bowl game. I've been losing track. What happens is these sponsors...
Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl.
See, these sponsors
They
flip-flop.
changed so much.
It's not it used to be the Bad Boy Mowers Gasparilla Bowl.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, it changes about every year now, which is freaking ridiculous. They need to sign contracts that go 3 to 5 years, so I can get used to them a little bit.
Yeah, no kidding. I heard Barstool is probably going to get rid of theirs too after this year.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Haven't
know.
been doing well.
I don't know. I don't think Portnoy wants to do it anymore because I don't think they're making all that much money off of it.
Interesting.
But I very well could be wrong. So I went 0-3 last week per usual. I am 22-29 on the year, but I'm never going to stop, man. You know what? When you're down, if the chips don't fall your way, you don't just crawl in the hole and cry. You get back up and attack the freaking day, attack the book, and make your hypothetical bookie your biatch.
Make them bleed.
Bleed. So all hypotheticals here, as everyone remembers, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. We do not gamble. We're in the state of Georgia. If you're in the Savannah, Georgia area, call our good friend, the Chicken Coop, Cooper Roberts. If you want a good GA meeting, he has his own chapter there. He's the president. And Alec is our chapter here in Middle Georgia area. So we're doing, Houston County and Bibb County, maybe a little Crawford County, Peach County, a little all Middle Georgia area, Monroe County too. Alec is our president. This is your guy right here.
Got him on a Zoom call with Cooper this week because I'm on a hot streak and I feel like I'm not the person to talk to about stopping gambling right now. So, yeah. It's on Zoom with Cooper this week. He'll hit you with the details. But I went 1-0 last week. Hit on my Jahmyr Gibbs 50.5 rushing yards, 27-18 on the year. So my new stick is I'm going 1-0. So now this week I can have 2 picks. And if I go 2-0 this week, then I can have 3 picks next week. I can only progress if I go undefeated. If I go 1-1 or 0-2, then I have to go back to 1 pick next week.
So what you got?
So my 2 picks of the week. Utah, -6.5 versus Northwestern in the Las Vegas Bowl. That bowl also has some ridiculous sponsor, but I cannot remember. And the Jaguars and Buccaneers, under 43. Especially if Trevor Lawrence doesn't play. Jacksonville's not going to be able to run the ball on them. Can't pass the ball on anybody. Bucs offense, Jags defense is coming around, playing well. Despite how that game went against the Ravens on Sunday night, the defense played pretty well. Under 43 Jags Bucks.
So I've got Titans +2.5 home dogs versus Seattle. Then I got Syracuse -3 in the we're having this trouble. This is why we need Jamie, Alec. Syracuse Thursday night, tomorrow night, -3 versus South Florida in the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl.
Roofclaim.com?
Roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. And Utah State over Georgia State. Or no, that's you said Utah, not Utah State. Sorry. Utah -6.5 versus Northwestern in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl.
SRS Distribution.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we all know what that is.
And my last pick goes out to the LA Chargers +12 versus the Bills.
I love double-digit underdogs in the NFL.
Home, too. So I've got 2 home dogs this week. And, yeah, so love it. Book it. Pepe's weekly 4-pack. 4-pack this week. Straight off the zero turn Toro. Pepe went 2-2 last week. But, he's 33-32 on the year. He's still making the bookies hurt, man.
Still plus.
Yeah, so a good thing is he said the win finally let him back in to gamble in their casino, so he's back in.
They finally recovered their losses?
Yes, so the Venetian, he's still been in their ear right now, and, he said the cold weather, the pool's out in the Circa, and the outside sports book, he said they got hot tubs in there, and he sits out there sometimes and watches the games. So he's got Troy -7.5. This weekend.
They're playing Duke.
They are playing Duke in the 76 Birmingham Bowl. So basically a home game for Troy.
Yep.
And then he's got a 5-star play. Air Force +2 versus James Madison in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl.
I feel like in the Armed Forces Bowl, you have to go with the Armed Forces.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. And James Madison, quarterback, I do not believe he is playing in the bowl game. Mm-hmm. And they've had multiple guys transferred that are not playing in the bowl game.
How about them Falcons?
Yeah. Dude, we got a lot of Falcons today. Let's go Falcons, man.
Let's go Falcons.
Then he's got Oklahoma State +2 on next Wednesday, December 27th. We will probably not be doing a pod that week. I don't know. We might do one maybe on the weekend.
We could do a Thursday or Friday one.
Yeah.
For the Saturday and Sunday bowl games. Or there's no Sunday bowl games on New Year's Eve because of the stupid NFL.
We might could do a Saturday one and give a little rundown after the Dogs beat Florida State.
I was thinking doing a Friday one so we could preview all of the New Year's Six.
Could do both.
Or both.
Let's do both. Because I feel sure I'm gonna be in town. What are you doing for New Year's?
Going down to Rochelle, Georgia, hang out with some friends. The bright lights of Rochelle. But
Let's watch the Georgia-Florida State game together.
I will likely be incapacitated after the Georgia-Florida State game, especially depending on how the game goes.
That's why we want to do a pod if we win. So he has got Oklahoma State next Wednesday in the Tax Act Texas Bowl versus Texas A&M. Oklahoma State +2.
See, did it used to be the Tax Act Gator Bowl? No,
Yeah.
Tax Slayer Gator
It was
Bowl.
Tax Slayer.
Son of a bitch, man.
So the last one Pepe has got for us, the New York G-Strings, the Giants, +12 versus the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. So
Possible
book it.
get right game for Philly, though.
Possible, yes. But Philly can still get right with the win, and the Giants can still cover the spread.
For sure.
12 points. That's when you see upwards of 10 in the NFL, that's a lot of points in the pros. Everybody knows this is a week-by-week league. You know, it's... Of course, anything can happen. It's any given Sunday, any given Saturday, like we've always talked about. In their case, Monday night. But it's doable. So, we have another Mount Rushmore for everyone. It is ways to turn it up a notch. And then after the Mount Rushmore, we're going to do a little back and forth with each other on some random players too. So I will go first here on my Mount Rushmore of ways to turn it up a notch. Honorable mention goes out to a surprise onside kick, like the Saints in the Super Bowl against the Colts coming out of halftime. Surprise onside. Number 4, a monster bet on a big game.
Super Bowl bet.
Just turning it up a notch. Number 3, smelling salts. Number 2, putting it all on black or red on the roulette table. Pick your poison, whichever one you want to do. Just putting all you got. I'm all in. All on red. Number 1, and here comes the rooster. Here Comes the Rooster by Alice in Chains. That song gets me freaking amped.
That song does get me juiced.
Like if you're tired in the morning, and you just want to wake yourself up on your way to work, your car, just flip that thing as loud as it can go. Here Comes the Rooster.
The first word that comes to mind is adrenaline, but I don't know if that makes sense by itself. But also, I think you get the gist.
Yeah, for sure.
Adrenaline.
For sure.
Okay.
But that's all what it's about. Turning it up a notch.
Yeah.
Get the adrenaline flowing.
Okay, I forgot to do an honorable mention. But my honorable mention is special teams touchdowns.
Okay.
That, dude, changing the momentum of the game. Special teams touchdowns, punt return, kick return. Yeah. No particular order. Pump It Up by Endor. Want to pump it up. Got to pump it up. Yeah, that one gets me going. This one is really for my dog, Robin. But anytime I grab her collar, her leash, or my car keys, dog goes batshit crazy. Because she knows that if I put on her collar or grab her leash, we're going on a walk. And if I grab my keys, she is 92% of the time going on a car ride.
Yeah.
So yeah, she starts jumping around, going crazy, whining. That is how you turn it up for the dog. Next one is bottom of the lineup batter gets on base in a tight game. Bottom of the 8th, bottom of the 9th, maybe 1 or 2 outs, and you got your 9-hole, just hits a little single, gets a walk. You're like, oh, top of the lineup coming. We already got one on base. That's how you turn it up a notch. And then next is pulls of liquor, but there's only specific scenarios where this really turns it up a notch. Playing cards with your friends and you're all drinking beers or seltzers or whatever your thing is. If you're already drinking cocktails, it's a little bit different. But if everybody's just drinking beers and somebody says, "Oh, I have this bottle of, so and so whiskey," you start taking some straight pulls. That's when things get turned up.
Hyphenated.
I love hyphenated. Great start.
Turn up.
Turn up. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Mount Rushmore. So now, random football players like we did last week. Alec won our first battle until one of us gives up. Or we just kind of get tired of doing this for an hour.
Yeah.
So there is no telling how long this is about to last. So if you're just a big football guru, stay with us. If not, stay with us.
Yeah.
You won. You have the honors.
Okay, remind me of the rules, because I feel like I got mixed up last time.
So, yeah, we did get mixed up. So let's lay some ground rules here. So let's say you name...
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, yes. So you can either name a teammate of his at Texas A&M. Oh, no. Let's just strictly for him, Oklahoma, I guess, because it's kind of tough. So Oklahoma.
And it had to be a teammate that was currently with them. Like, you can't just name an Oklahoma player.
No. I'm getting there. They have to be because a teammate can get a little hard. I want to leave it a little bit more open-ended, right?
Okay.
So it can be somebody affiliated with Oklahoma, like Adrian Peterson, or you could say CeeDee Lamb, right? Or he could be a current teammate on an NFL team, or somebody a big name affiliated with that NFL team. So you could also say Jim Brown.
I could also say Tom Brady.
Exactly. You get the gist?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm starting with Baker Mayfield.
Okay. I will change up and Hollywood Brown.
CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
I kind of stole that one, but that was just the next big player I thought from the Oklahoma.
Jack Ferguson.
Jack Ferguson. Is he a tight end on that team?
For the Cowboys right now. You knew that.
Oh, Ferguson for the Cowboys. I didn't know that. Trayvon Diggs.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like some spicy ones, but Leighton Vander Esch.
Leighton Vander Esch. Tony Romo.
Ooh. Troy Aikman.
Roger Staubach.
Dylan and Jack are gonna love this.
Yeah.
Herschel Walker.
Buck Bellew.
Ooh, Lindsey Scott.
Let's see, dude, I could just name an off-the-wall Georgia player. Mike Bobo.
Kirby Smart.
Will Muschamp.
I'm just trying to think of like off the wall. John Theus.
Ben Cleveland.
Nathan Theus.
Ben Jones.
Jarvis Jones.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Antonio Brown.
Le'Veon Bell.
Pouncey twins, both of them.
Tim Tebow.
Aaron Hernandez.
Riley Cooper.
Dickie Spikes.
Percy Harvin.
Ooh, that's a good one. Sidney Rice.
Adrian Peterson.
Okay. Sam Bradford.
Oh, gross. That's gross.
That's kind of double with the Oklahoma and Minnesota.
Todd Gurley.
Okay. They played together?
Rams.
Before Jared Goff. That's a good one. That's a good one. Steven Jackson.
Matt Ryan.
Turner the Burner.
Jarius Norwood.
Oh, that's a good one. Roddy White.
I love Jarius Norwood. Calais Campbell.
Brian Finneran.
Oh, Tony Gonzalez. Forgot about Brian Finneran. Oh, please name another Falcon because I got a great Falcon.
Devontae Freeman.
TJ Duckett.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Frank Tarkenton. Isn't that his name?
Fran Tarkenton.
Yeah.
Randy Moss.
Tom Brady.
Devin McCourty.
Julian Edelman.
Rob Gronkowski.
Darrell Revis.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Ooh, that's a good one. Troy Polamalu.
Jerome Bettis.
Ryan Clark.
Ryan Shazier.
Oh, I was thinking Jarvis Jones again, but I've already done him. Bud Dupree.
Devin Bush.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Joe Hayden.
Oh, what's the safety from Alabama? No. Minka Fitzpatrick.
Okay, Mitchell Trubisky.
Ooh. Kenny Pickett.
Mason Rudolph.
George Pickens.
Darnell Washington.
Deontay Johnson.
Chase Claypool.
Najee Harris.
Jalen Hurts.
DeAndre Swift.
Stetson Bennett.
Matthew Stafford.
Cooper Kupp.
Puka Nakua.
Aaron Donald.
DeMarcus Robinson.
Bobby Wagner.
Ugh. Cam Chancellor.
Richard Sherman.
Russell Wilson.
Oh, who's that other guy? Earl Thomas.
Marshawn Lynch.
Beast mode.
Oh,
Greg Olson.
Cam Newton.
Kelvin Benjamin.
Steve Smith.
Luke Kuechly.
I was thinking of the linebacker that retired early. Thomas Davis.
Oh, that's a good one. Charles Johnson.
Ooh, very good one. Julius Peppers.
Josh Norman.
Isn't he the one that got body bagged by DeAndre Hopkins in the minicamp thing?
Yeah, he's the one that Taylor Lewan was pointing at, like doing a little area.
Christian McCaffrey.
J.C. Horn.
Derek Brown.
DJ Moore.
Adam Thielen.
Harrison Smith.
Perk Thuggins.
Justin Jefferson.
Jordan Addison.
Dalvin Cook.
Alexander Madison.
Jerick McKinnon.
Ooh, Dwayne McBride.
I assume he plays for the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. Went to UAB.
Trent Dilfer. Joking. Oh, shit. Why am I just like blanking right now? I've got this like guy like picture in my head, but I'm blanking. But Vikings, you know what? I'll give a different one. Teddy Bridgewater.
Daniel Hunter.
Eric Kendricks. That's who I
Anthony
was
Barr.
thinking of. Anthony Barr. He was a good player for a little bit. I want to say McNabb played for the Vikings for a little bit.
That sounds right.
Okay.
Weapon X, Brian Dawkins.
B-Dog. B-Dog. He was a monster. Darren Sproles.
Oh, what's the deep... No, Michael Vick.
Deshaun Jackson.
That was who I was blanking on. Jason Kelsey.
Lane Johnson.
Landon Dickerson.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Mailata.
Nolan Smith.
Jalen Carter.
Brock Bowers.
Roquan Smith.
Kendall Vildor.
Kendall Vildor. Justin Fields.
Khalil Mack.
I wanted to say Antonio Brown again. Khalil Mack. Deontay Foreman.
Sam Ellinger.
Good one. Jacob Eason.
Jake Fromm.
Bryce Ramsey.
Oh, that's a good one. I hadn't heard that name in a while. Golly. He was dog water, dude.
But he could punt the ball.
Yeah.
The quarterback position.
Drew Butler. Former punter.
Brett Thorson.
Blair Walsh.
Hot Rod.
Joe Cox.
Jonathan Ledbetter.
Oh my gosh. Miko.
Devin Bellamy.
Boss Bailey.
Terry Godwin.
Chris Conley.
J.R. Reed.
Malachi Starks.
Dominic Sanders.
John Stinchcomb.
DeAndre Baker.
Matt Stinchcomb.
Sonny Michel.
Nick Chubb.
Andrew Thomas.
Keith Marshall.
Isaiah McKenzie.
Brennan Boykin.
Brandon Smith.
You said this last episode, Bakari Ramba.
Rico McGraw.
Aaron Murray.
Josh Harvey Clemens.
Isaiah Crowell.
I wish I'd said this one earlier for the Seahawks, fun fact, but David Green.
Okay. Matt Hasselbeck. David Green backed him up for a little bit.
Yes, he did. Seahawks. Kenneth Walker.
Brian Bosworth.
Ooh, good one. Tyler Lockett.
You want to start trying to do spicy ones to kind of
Yeah.
narrow it down?
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett. Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson. Seahawk. DJ Dallas.
Oh, Brunswick kid. Let's try to not give each other hints anymore. Tate Martell.
Oh, disgusting. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Garrett Wilson.
Chase Young.
Kirk Herbstreit.
Jeff Okuda.
Bosa brothers.
J.C. Latham.
Zeke.
J.T. Barrett.
Cardell Jones.
C.J. Stroud.
Braxton Miller.
Olave.
Henry Ruggs. Sorry, he went to Alabama. Jamison Williams.
Dallas Turner.
See, this is tough. Is he Alabama or Ohio State? See, I don't know.
Georgia's played against him in the last 2 years.
Well, shit, that really helps, dude. Okay. Would you accept if I give you one Ohio State and one Alabama?
Yeah.
Or are you going to make me pick? And this would be make it or break it if I win or lose.
Actually, dude, let's put some high stakes on it. You got to pick.
So if I don't, because I don't know where this guy's from.
Do you want me to give you his position?
No.
Okay.
Just
Dallas Turner. You got to pick.
either. So if I get it wrong, you win. If I get it right, we keep on going.
Yep.
Henry Ruggs.
Good choice. Good choice. Caden Proctor.
AJ McCarron.
Justice Haynes.
I think J.K. Scott went to Alabama.
Caleb Downs.
This could be college or pros. But I'm going to stick with college. Devontae Smith.
Reed Blankenship. Come on, dude. I had to go into the archives for that one.
What's this dude's name? Oh my gosh. I'm having a mind fart right now. N'Kobe Dean.
Hassan Reddick.
I wish I knew what college he went to. We already said D-Jack. Alshon Jeffrey.
Nick Foles.
Big Dick Nick. Carson Wentz.
Easton Stick.
Trey Lance. Thought you stumped me there.
No, I did. George Kittle.
George Kittle. Trying to think of what's spicy. Because, there's so many options. I want to try to, get one that stumps you. You know what I mean? Oh, shoot. I'm thinking of this kid from Mercer, but I can't remember his name. But I'm going to go Matt Breida.
just had his name. Fred Warner.
Jimmy G.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees. No way they played together.
In New Orleans.
Jimmy G was never in New Orleans.
Jimmy Graham has played on the Saints.
I was talking about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, all right. That's my bad.
I'll give you a redo.
Okay, Jimmy Garoppolo. Javon Hargrave.
Hunter Renfrow.
Javon Hargrave was a 49ers teammate.
Will you give me a redemption?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want one so CJ Beathard.
Ooh. Roy Robertson Harris.
Oh, this has got to be some Jags bullshit. So Maurice Jones-Drew. Make her take it. If I'm wrong, it's over.
No, that was right.
Okay.
That was some Jags bullshit. Maurice Jones-Drew. Give me Parker Washington.
I don't know what college MJD went to, so I'm going to stick on the Yankees here. So if I miss, it's game over. Blake Bortles.
John Rice Plumlee.
You know, see, you could go either Ole Miss or UCF, you know?
Oh, dude, he's good. He's too
Shaquem Griffin.
He's too good. Shaquille Griffin.
Geno Smith.
Zach Charbonnet.
This has got to be some West Virginia something. Tavon Austin.
Charbonnet's a rookie running back for the Seahawks.
No!
Went to UCLA.
GG, brother.
GG's.
GG. Golly! Dude, that was a long time.
That was a long time.
Yeah. Okay. So next, do we want to quiz Alec on college football mascots?
Dude, it has to be FBS, all right?
Yeah, we'll leave that for next episode. Because we're already at like an hour and 40 right now. It's gonna turn into a 3-hour long podcast. And
Just give me one though. Just give me one.
Okay, one. It's got to be FBS.
Yeah. I'm not good enough with FCS. I'm gonna start studying FCS though.
This is tough. Because I'm just trying to think of just like a random ass school in FBS football. Nevada.
Wolfpack.
That was easy.
Colin Kaepernick.
FIU.
Panthers.
FAU.
Owls.
South Florida.
Bulls.
Not FBS football, but Furman.
Paladins.
I knew you would know that one. UAB.
Blazers.
Let's see. That sounded so weird.
The ice just melts a little bit.
Oh yeah, dude, that's all I got. I'm drawing a blank, dude. I'm kind of brain dead right now after all of that thinking. It's the most thinking I've done in a long time.
That was that I had to absolutely rack my brain for some of those.
Yeah.
But maybe next week you can go through and like see how fast I can.
I'll make a quiz for you.
See how fast I can do 133. I've done it before, and like
Okay.
I did it online, and he had a 10-minute time limit, and I did it in like 4 minutes.
Next pod, I'm gonna get the list and see if you can do it. I'm gonna print it out, everything, all the correct things. But the question is, are you just gonna name random schools, or I'm just gonna go down a list? Alabama, Georgia, Florida, FSU, like, and you're gonna tell me the mascot? Okay, that'll probably be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
All right, after an hour 40, we are here. Cheers. Please like and subscribe. That's really all I got.
Happy holidays, everybody. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas, Happy New Year's.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll have a pod
It probably
after
won't
Christmas,
be-
before New Year's.
Yeah, probably won't be on our regularly scheduled Wednesday, but we'll probably have one Thursday or
Before the
Friday.
Georgia game.
Yeah.
Definitely the Dogs play on the 30th. 30th?
Yep.
So we'll probably either have one the 28th or 29th, I would imagine.
And then after New Year's will be regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get back at the interviews after New Year's too. We were talking prior to the episode. We have a lot of good people that we either want to or that will. So,
A
should
lot
be
of good
good.
interviews coming up next year.
Yeah, dude. Go Dogs. Hail Southern.
Go Dogs, Hail Southern.
See y'all. Another victory.
Another